I think so. I haven't heard from him yet, but I think he is going to join us later today. There's a paragraph explaining the auto cost index parameter on SimBrief. Can you link it, or do you have to be logged in to get to that? All right, so after ACRA, let's put in JVL. So JVL, pop that in right there. And then after JVL, we want to go to Pakov. Pakov. So Papa Alpha, Charlie Oscar Victor. And then we'll clear this discon. And we'll insert that. If you look at your OFP summary, it's in the text. Oh, okay. We just got a host from Mr. Brett San. Hello, Brett San. Hope you're doing well. You're probably going to bed, I think. Over there in the other side of the planet. Thank you for the host. Appreciate it, man. All right, so I think that's working. There's our top of descent. There's our, pack. Let's see. I still got that flight discon in here, though. Okay, so we're going Fanzi, Wennell, Kaji, 11s. Flying the plane. Oh, I hope soon, Brett. I would. Well, two things. I would love for this plane to become available to the masses, but I'd also like to have you get the plane and me find a time when you're streaming that I'm awake. Amundos, hello. NS Adonis, or NSA Adonis. Good morning. R. Wilson, Trucker Boy. Yep, all's good. Good day. Hello, the Dirts. Good afternoon, UK. We just got all parts of the planet checking in. This is great. Let's see, 757 Spy said, got so much ortho I had to invest in a second hard drive. The things we do for our airplanes. Yes. I'm glad that you have ortho between Denver and Salt Lake. It's so beautiful. There is a special malfunction that I haven't seen lately. It's called the bonument. Maybe some of you guys know what I'm talking about with the bonument on the arrival into Salt Lake. You catch it going to and from Salt Lake to Denver. All right, I think we're good on that flight plan for now. We'll just leave that discon in, I guess, at the top. I don't like it there, but we're going to treat it as like a vector. You tried rendering ortho once, took 2 days, and all of it corrupted. Yeah. Halfway around the world, yep. Adonis, okay. I think you told me that before. All right, Adonis, I'm going to try to remember that. The reach of your stream is vast. No, R. Wilson Trucker Boy, I used to call us, in the flight sim community, I used to call us micro streamers. But now I actually think about it, and we're actually macro streamers. We really are, compared to the other games. But the cool thing about being macro streamers, AJ included, is that we get to really engage with the chat and make good friends and meet in the real world. Because I've met AJ and several of you in the real world. Yes, exactly, Brett. More personal. All right, let's go to the perf page and let's look at our flaps. I need to get a further lesson on trim trim allocation. But I really liked my rotation yesterday out of Salt Lake City with zero trim. And we're going to go no flex. VR 130, or sorry, 126, V2 130. And we'll go 124 on the V1. If only it included macaroni and cheese. That's exactly right. You love the flight sim for that exact reason? Yeah. Yeah. The thing that I need to assimilate from both Durka and Paul, I mean, some people would consider me laid back, but those guys are laid back. They are really chill, and I need to be more chill. Even when I jump into the A320, it needs to be my Valium. Flight plan discontinuities are necessary for normal flight planning. If you have no discontinuities, then you are planning for AP and fully managed flight from rotation to flare. Okay, yeah. Cost index, basically they calculate based on flight time, including taxi, so things like various winds, and things can also adjust the cost index. That's the other part, is not only are we more personal in the flight sim community, we actually have a lot of learning, a lot of education going on. Because I'm learning about cost index from you guys here. And a few of you may be learning from the people that are chiming in. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. We're learning about cost index. We're also learning about discontinuities. So it's really good. Dang driver, hello. Okay, let's go to... I think we're done here. I'll leave that discontinuity in here. I really like the fact that I can use the keyboard. Why most evening spy flights include a double Moscow Mule. Yes. Yeah, I will not be drinking until the NFL kicks off. That's my... okay, so I'll tell you a little story. Just a little tiny story. I'll change the view, though, for this story. I was recently flying from Montreal to Toronto. And this gentleman was sitting next to me. I think he was like about 80 years old, he said. And he says, yeah, I really don't travel much. So, we were talking about travel, this, that, and the other. He goes, yeah, I really don't travel that much. And then he's like, later on, he says, yeah, I'm just flying in right now from Tel Aviv. I'm like, okay, you don't travel much, but you just took a trip to Tel Aviv for fun. Now you're coming back home. And then I come to find out he's got a winter home in Florida and a summer home in Quebec. But he convinced me to go home and try Crown Royal Black. So maybe during the NFL, we'll have a little... I can't whistle this morning. I can't whistle. Steve99, good morning. Yeah, SimBrief does. Yeah, we got the cost index, Steve, of 53 from SimBrief today, so it's kind of interesting. The NFL starts in 4 minutes. Oh, you're right. I forgot about it started in London. Uh-oh. We can't rock the Crown Royal this morning. No, we can't. Yeah, and yeah. Okay, we'll continue down our checklist. Come down here and we'll put in our squawk code of 4, double clear, click, 4756. We'll just put this on, threats on, but we'll leave the TARA off for now at the gate, just to lessen the traffic. Game is in England, it's kicking off now. Oh yeah, who's playing in London right now? Can you guys remind me? All right, McShiggity, take care, man. Okay, ATC squawk code is in. Let's come up here and turn the no smoking on. Emergency exits to arm. Fuel pumps are on. A lot of people giving me flack over not turning the fuel pumps on. on one of my videos claiming that the engines won't start. But from a real A320 pilot, I heard that in some planes, maybe later revisions of the A320, the engines actually will turn on with these pumps lights off. Something to do with suction feed. But it's funny how YouTube, that you know, you do one thing wrong and it's like, whew, barrage. Philadelphia Eagles play the San Francisco 49ers. Ooh, 0-7. Ouch. Or is it Minnesota and Cleveland? Which one is it today? Browns and Vikings? Uh-oh. Zombie games. Tama GT Crown Royal is just made up from the road from you. Recommend Crown Royal Harvest. Tama GT, thank you. I'm going to look for the Harvest. I saw that in the duty free at the airport. So there you go. That's on my list. Captain Dings just bought the IXEG 737 yesterday. What an awesome plane. I'm on the way back from Mallorca to Frankfurt now in love. Can't wait for the FlightFactor 320. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, man. C206 Stationaire, good morning. Lafar, hello. It won't start. You did it all wrong. Are we punishing England? Yeah, it's sanctions. You get 0-7. Is it who is playing? Is it San Francisco over in London? The Vikings are playing in London. So it's the Vikings and the Browns in London? You're about ready to suction feed some waffles. Good morning, St. Wolfric. Okay. Fuel pumps are on. Let's check Barrow. So let's go over here and go data output. I'm just going to quickly turn on the Barrow. It's 2987. So we'll come down here to the EFIS panel and we'll set 2987. Barrow's set. I'm going to rock our altitude all the way up to 240. And it's going to follow the constraints on the Acra 3. Let's start the APU. Master switch on, count 1, 2, and then I can turn on the APU button. Wait for the on button to light up to make sure we have a verified start. APU screen comes on. Let's just celebrate this APU by making it gigantic and then moving it around in all of its glory. Whoa. That made me laugh. Suction feed some waffles. Kickoff has occurred. Kickoff has occurred. Drink, drink, drink. The Browns are behind. Yeah, chug, chug, chug. Oh, Irish coffee. I'm gonna say something right now. All the miners out there don't drink ever, but if you're gonna have a little dabble, wait till you're 21. All right, APU is started. It immediately switches over to the doors. It's kind of cold out right now, +2. We'll turn the APU bleed on. We're going to turn the GPU off. External power off. We'll come over here and we'll disconnect the baggage loaders. And we'll remove the stairs. Even though there are no stairs in the gate config, we'll remove the fuel truck. And we'll disconnect the GPU. Have some Kraken. Not even a little drop. No, well, Bucky, when I can't recall how old you are, Bucky, but I would say that you are allowed to have one drop when you are in Munich. I think they will allow you to have a drop in Munich, but just don't break the law. Let's see. Al Smoke and Tea, usually it's in the 737-800, but most people rename it. Well, they copy their 737-800, do the Zibo mod, and then rename the directory. At least that's what I do. If you need any assistance, watch my how to modify your 737 with the Zebo mod on YouTube. W28, yeah, I'm looking forward to you talking about how you picked up the FlightFactor. Crown Man to 0, do you need to put in a flex temperature? No. If you want to do a D-rated takeoff or a cost-efficient takeoff or I think maybe a noise, am I correct in saying that if you do a noise abatement procedure, you may put in a flex temperature of, say, 40 or 44 or something? Good morning, JT Kerr. Hello, Lex. All right, GPU is off. Let's do... turn the beacon light on. Turn the seatbelt signs on. And we'll do pushback. So, pushback. Pre-plan. Oh, I don't have any sounds right now.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Okay. You can drink at 18 in London, so come to London. There you go. Drinking for minors is now allowed in Cleveland. Oh. Yeah. But who's worse this year? The 49ers or the Browns? What do you think? It depends on how high you are how high your outside temp is and what is the weight of the planes and other factors for the D-rated takeoff. Yeah, that's true. So if it's really hot outside, then you're actually you're probably gonna do a flex temperature. But I'm thinking if it's like 20 degrees Celsius or something, the flex temperature could come into play with other scenarios. Yeah, like weight and also noise abatement. Yeah. Tough call. You're saying the Browns? Yeah. '49ers losses have been close, except for Dallas. Yeah. All right, so we need to do better pushback. Start.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
I think these faraway views in 1110 are kind of interesting. I need to probably do a last-minute check on my fantasy lineups because I'm gonna put it out there right now. In the Snack Shack, I absolutely suck. Snack Shack 2, I'm actually okay. So here's the John Fly Snack Shack Fantasy Football League. I am 2-5. I'm 2-5. I'm going up against DMB Bird, my friend Bird, who's 3-4.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
I'll look at that again in a second. Oops. He's connecting. Eagles will not take the 49ers lightly. Oh, he missed the PAT. I should put the game on. It's very if it's very hot outside, you won't ever derate. Oh, okay. So like in Vegas in the summer, you're not going to derate because you want performance because it's harder to take off. Is that one of the fresh new liveries? Paint dry? Yeah, the paint just barely dried on this JetBlue. This is the NYPD. Release parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Morning, JSnap. Yes, and I didn't hear the news, JSnap. Did she say yes? And did you wait until the balloon was airborne before you asked her to marry you? And again, did you get the X-Plane prenup. I hope it all went well for you, Justin. Okay, during the pushback, we'll go ahead and turn the packs off. We'll turn the mode selector to on for a moment. Yes, she did say yes. Yes, Justin's engaged. Congratulations, JSnap. If any of you guys enjoy seeing my ortho photo, JSnap is the man who did it. He's the reason. He did the early scripting for multiple zoom levels and all these awesome little nooks and crannies. And he really has. I owe a lot of my visual. A lot of my visual success to JSnap 1982. He's given me a lot of crap, but I will always forgive him for all the crap that he gives me. Because sometimes if they don't give you crap, they don't really like you. Is there a realistic tool out there to calculate flex temps? That's a good question. The X-plane prenup, otherwise known as the John Fly clause. Exactly. All right, that toe's disconnecting. We'll come down here and we'll start number 2. Let's bring this up and make it even just bigger to really take in this engine starting up.
Toe is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. Well, see you next time and have a safe flight.
Why don't you start the engines on pushback? Probably because my wheels up time has been delayed, Captain Dings. So they wanted me. Dispatch said, don't start your engines quite yet. And then they came through and said, all right, you're done pushing back. We better start the engines because there's a Frontier jet that's about to push. So I had to wait in order to start my engines because dispatch wouldn't let me. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, JSnap's off the market. Well, he was off the market before. Okay, EGT 364 and 3 and 2, and we'll go ahead and start number 1. Boop. There we go. We got some pictures going on now. Oh! That is so cool. That is so cool. That is a really cool picture. That makes me feel good. That's a good feel good moment right there. That is so cool. Did she have any clue? When you surprised her with the balloon ride, did she kind of start to clue in, maybe? Was this before or after the actual proposal? Look at this guy. He's like, this guy's serious. He's like, I'm not messing around, man. So they have a camera. Do they have a camera mounted up here? How did they take that picture? That's pretty cool. Okay, we got engine stabilization. We'll turn the engine mode selector back to normal. And we're going to arm the spoilers. And we're going to set the trim. Trim is going to go to just, it's practically there on 0. Let's say the ground staff didn't give you the call to start your engines. Oh, I don't know what I'd do then. What level of enlightenment have I reached? I would love to be as calm as you, man. R. Wilson, Trucker Boy. This morning I am really chill. You'd think that I put something in my coffee, but the truth is I had something happen yesterday. I won't go into any detail, but let's put it this way. if I don't start being more chill about some things that happen in this community, I'm gonna kill over. I gotta quit worrying about so much and quit reacting so much. But right now I am chill. But I'll tell you right now, it's part of it's because I'm just having a good time with this plane. Photography by a trained pigeon. I like that. Good thing she said yes. Can't really think of a more awkward place to be in a hot air balloon if the answer was different. Yeah, she knew once we got in the balloon, but didn't know about the balloon until right before we got there. She just thought we were driving to look at fall foliage. Oh, nice. Good morning, Stu QPR. Is that ortho photo behind the balloon? Heck yeah. We should Photoshop that balloon pilot out of the photo or make him smile at least, yeah. A GoPro, okay, mounted on an elastic tether down from the balloon. Okay. Norbert says the John Fly is the ASMR to flight sim. There are some voices that I really do enjoy watching in flight sim, or listening to in flight sim. ASMR. You should, if I take away the mixer with all the special nooks and crannies, I actually sound like I've just been inhaling helium all day. But this mixer actually makes it sound like I actually have gone through puberty. I totally get that. I have really had to learn to chill in this community. It's just, I think part of it is because it's a small community, but I don't know. I hear things, and things are said. I'm not going to get into it, but anyway. All right, so trim is set, flap. Anti-ice is kind of required. So I'm going to put on engine anti-ice. I don't think I need to put on, well, there's no visible moisture outside, is there? So I guess anti-ice can come on later if required. Flaps R1. That looks like, yeah, there's one. Yes, J-Snap, there was more drama yesterday. Your water just got back on from a 12-hour outage. So water and J-Snap getting married. We were happy, yep. Stu's super hungover, can't decide what pizza to order. I would definitely go with the meat lovers if I were you. If you check your flight controls before the trim, you will have an FCTL displayed on the lower ECAM. Then you can read the trim value you're setting on the ECAM while doing it. That's a really good call because it just so happens that that's next on the checklist. So I like that information. So I'm going to bring up the FCTL on here, and then I'm going to bring that up here, and then we're going to make that. What I've always done on the flight control window is I've always looked at the, oops, I don't need to do that. I've always looked at just the ailerons and the rudder and the elevator, right? I've never looked at the trim. So there's trim. So if I move, oh, yeah, right there. There we go. 0, 1 up, 0.1 up. I like that. All right, let's go full left. There's left aileron. There's right aileron. There's elevator up, elevator down. There's right rudder. There's left rudder. Cool. Perfect. I'm going to do a save state just because yesterday I had an issue where I couldn't steer. So KMKE engine start. So I'm going to save that so I can go back to here if we have any issues. What button do I use for flaps? Clappy, I'll show you. So over here on joystick, on the throttle quadrant, this little guy right here, it says flaps right there. That's what I use for flaps, up and down on the HOTAS. Just say no to pointless drama. Yeah, I know.